Hey there YouTube, my name is Mitch and I wanted to make an introductory video into the YouTube pipe community. Just to kind of let you guys know a little bit about myself, about my pipe collection, why I smoke pipes, and the pipes that I like. But most importantly, again, just to kind of introduce myself. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I have, first off, I live in Austin, Texas. I work for a construction company and sell tools for a living, which is pretty awesome. And I got into pipe smoking. The first pipe I ever bought was in college as a freshman, and I went to Walgreens probably for beer and saw it behind the counter there in a little plastic, packaging. It was a Dr. Graybo bent. I think it was probably like a bent billiard, and it had this like it looked like a nut sack actually. The rustication, I don't know. But anyway, so I bought that and I bought some Captain Black. I want to say it was rum tobacco. I don't remember. But I bought it because I thought it was cool and I wanted to smoke it at parties and be different. Who knows? But so I did. And I smoked it at parties all the time. And it got, a lot of attention and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the flavor. I enjoyed the, everything that goes along with it. So after my freshman year, I moved from that location to another location, and I boxed up the pipe, and I kind of just forgot about it. And it wasn't until last year that I got back into it, and I was a groomsman in one of my best friend's wedding, and one of the groomsmen, a fellow groomsman, had a duffel bag just that he brought full of cigars, and in addition to that, there was a pipe in there, and so we were all sitting around taking pictures that day before the wedding and drinking beers and doing whatever, and he broke out the duffel bag and said, "Hey guys, help yourself. Whatever's in there, you're more than welcome to." And so everybody was kind of going through and picking out cigars and doing whatever, and I kind of dug around in there and I found that pipe, and I asked him, I said, "Hey man, do you mind if I smoke this?" And he said, "Have at it." So there was a couple different tobaccos there. I think I smoked probably all of them during the course of the day, but really just enjoyed it. And it sparked my interest again in pipe smoking. And I remember coming home after the wedding. I don't know if it was that night or probably not, but that week, and just hopped onto YouTube and watched some of the Dagners videos. And I think I just typed in, pipe tobacco smoking or tobacco pipe smoking, whatever, in the Dagners videos. They came up, and I saw these dudes with awesome beards and tattoos and motorcycles, and I can relate to those things. I don't have a beard, sadly, but my mustache game is strong. So that's you got to work with what you got. And I just liked everything about it. I watched their video, I think, on how to smoke a pipe, pack a pipe, tamp it, light it, all that crap. And I was like, yeah, this is something I want to try out. So I went over onto eBay and I bought a lot of estate pipes, not like a lot as in a quantity or a large quantity, but a lot as in a collection of. And so I think there was like 9 pipes in this lot, and they were, I would say that 6 of them were total just pieces of crap, really. But I bought them, and then I started watching videos on how to restore them, and I thought it was really cool how for just a few dollars and a Dremel tool, which I already had, I could take pipes that were old and used and had a lot of character and make them look more or less brand new. So I did that, and then I smoked the hell out of them, and really just continued to enjoy it. And I was watching again one of the Dagner videos where he mentioned Instagram, and showed I think a picture of his Instagram on his phone or whatever on the video, and I thought, well, I have an Instagram, but I never used it. I don't even think I had even posted a picture at all at the time. So I thought to myself, well, I'm gonna hop on Instagram and see what that's about. So I did, and pretty much instantly I was able to find a ton of stuff about, tons of pictures of people smoking pipes, people showing off their pipe collections, new pipes they bought, pipe makers showing, the most ridiculous stuff that I never even knew existed that they were making. And instantly I was like, yeah, this is, definitely something that I want to get into. But there was just so much information, so it took me a long time to really educate myself, and a lot of that was just trial and error, buying tobacco and buying random factory made pipes. But the more that I delved into and got connected into the pipe community, the more I gravitated, as many of you guys have as well, to custom or independent pipes from an independent maker. And the video that really got me into that was from the Roof Piper, and he had a pipe that I still wish I had. I covet this pipe. It's just awesome, and it was a Fred Prieto poker with a green bottom and a green stem, and it was real stubby, and it had this ridiculously sick rustication that I'd never seen before. And I thought to myself, yeah, I've got to have something like that. So I went on to Freddys' Etsy store and looked at some of the stuff that he had up there, and it just so happened that he had a pipe that was exactly what I was looking for, but couldn't really find within my price range. So I'm going to show you that pipe. I'm going to show off I have 4 of Freddys' pipes now, and I'm going to show them all 4 of them to you. I'm sure I'll have more, but this was the first one I bought, and it's my favorite. They're all cool, but this one's still my favorite, and it's this pipe right here, this little chimney billiard, real stubby, with this sandblasted rustication, and the shank's not rusticated. It's got that white band. It's got a real wide bit on it, and this pipe I absolutely love. I smoke it a lot more than I smoke most of my other pipes, and I'll show it to you here. It looks tough. It's just cool. It's light. I like it. It's not, this crazy extremity. I can work on my motorcycle or do something while I'm smoking this pipe. It smokes really well, and I really enjoy it. And again, here you go, because I know it's like, porn. There's his maker's mark there. And so, yeah, this was the first one I bought, and then I bought a few other pipes in between this one and the next one I bought, and then I think I saw this next pipe. Either I was just checking his Etsy store randomly, which I would do to see what was available now, or maybe he posted something on Instagram. By the way, he's FP Pipes on Instagram and also on Etsy, so check him out. This was the second one I bought from him, and this has his signature rustication, which is just... There you go. That's a pretty good view. Really, really cool. Nobody else that I've seen does this, and there's just something about his pipes that, to me, it kind of reminds me like if Tim Burton was a pipe maker. He'd have a similar style, which is a compliment. And the shank is just beautiful grain, and the stem is like this orange. I think it looks like an orange mother of pearl, but it's really attractive, really cool. And this pipe looks cool. It just looks like a sailor would smoke this or something. I don't know. I feel like a freaking boat captain, or just a badass, which I'm not. But with this pipe in my mouth, I look the part. And then again, time went on, and I had collected other pipes, and Freddie posted an Instagram kind of exclusive. He didn't put it on his Etsy store, and I contacted him, and I was lucky enough to beat everybody else. And I bought this little guy. And this pipe is super tiny. It's the smallest pipe I own, but the attention to detail on something this small is really why I like this pipe so much, is that he just did a really, really good job. Again, it's got his signature rustication. The bottom is, really pretty, and for being such a small pipe, it smokes really well. And this thing is super tiny. I mean, like, there's my hand, it's not a big pipe. And I will, there you go. I will put this in my, load it up and put it in my leather jacket when I go for a ride, and I love to just find a nice road with a nice view. I'm fortunate enough to live in what I consider the most beautiful part of Texas, in the Austin Hill Country, and there's been a lot of evenings when I'll come home from work and go out riding, and then just find a nice overlook, and the sun's coming down, and I like to pull over and just sit on my bike seat and just kind of smoke that little pipe, because it's 15-20 minute smoke, and just kind of think about how blessed I am. So that was the third pipe, and then the last pipe that I bought from him, the most recent one, was the first pipe that I ever commissioned a pipe maker to do. And I contacted Fred, and I sent him an email, and I gave him a lot of artistic liberty, and I said, hey man, I want you to make me a custom pipe. And I want a billiard pipe, but I want the inspiration to come from my motorcycle. I call my motorcycle Black Betty. If you follow me on Instagram, it's again Mitcho587, and you've seen my bike on there, and it's a black Victory Highball with red rims and white walls and everything. And so I contacted him. I said, hey, this is your inspiration. I sent him a couple of pictures, and he got to work, and this is what he came up with, and it is really super awesome. He just did a great job. I had to have that rustication because, again, I just can't get over it. I think it's ridiculous. I don't even know how he does that. But, you got the white band, the bright red stem, and if you haven't seen my motorcycle, look through those pictures on Instagram and check it out, and it'll make a lot more sense, and you'll be able to appreciate how good a job he did with this. And one of the coolest things was, there's that for you. I don't know why I feel like you have to put it in your mouth, because I've seen so many videos where a guy doesn't do that, and it just frustrates me because that's where it's going to be. If it doesn't look good there, then it just, I don't know. I feel like you're getting gypped if you don't get to see it, so that's why I do that. But I pulled up. There's a local cigar shop, and they're super cool. Heroes and Legacies here in Austin. I go there a lot. Actually, I just came from there, finished up working there, and they do a bike and cigar night once a month, I think, and on a I want to say it's a Tuesday or Thursday. I can't remember which night it is, but I went and I pulled up on my motorcycle and right up to the front with everybody else, and I got out and I lit up this pipe, and it just, I told everybody the story, and it just matched my bike, and it was cool. I mean, it was super cool to have something like that that nobody else has, and that matched my motorcycle, which is my baby, and it was a neat experience, and Fred did a really, really good job. He took his time, and I think he had some stuff going on personally, and it took a little longer than expected to get the pipe to me, and so he included a really nice tin of Pelican tobacco, which I've already smoked the whole thing because I really, really like that blend. So thanks, Fred, for that. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it very much. And again, this community is super generous and really kind, and there's so many. It's such an eclectic group of people that it's really cool to have all that diversity, but then be centered around an appreciation and a passion for the pipe and tobacco and everything. So that's really neat. But that's all I had for you guys tonight. I wanted to show off those pipes and introduce myself again, and we'll get to the rest of that collection as the videos and as time goes on. But if you dig that pipe rack, I made that myself. There's a video on here, hopefully that's somewhat descriptive on how I did that. Super cheap. It's out of a pallet. I think I made it for like $15. So I'll show you how to do that on my YouTube channel. If you have any questions about that or about anything in this video, feel free to comment. I will respond to you. I promise. It may take me a little while, but I'll get back to you, and I would appreciate it. So, guys, that's all I've got for you this evening. I'm going to go hit the gym, and I'll be back shortly. So until then, peace out, and God bless. Good night.